Hey guys, Runtime HD here, and welcome back to Quick Quips with Steven Seagal. This time, Steven Seagal is...
Are you threatening me?
Kicking ass!
I was what they call a foreigner. Deep undercover. No trace, no ties.
Deception begets deception begets deception, Mr. Weber.
Mr. Cole, pardon me, Mr. Weber, it turns out it was a very improper man.
Do yourself a favor, Jonathan. Walk away.
Sweet dreams, Bruce Lee.
Here's the desk.
The Foreigner. This movie was released in 2003. It's starring Steven Seagal, obviously, and no really other actors are really that notable in this movie, unfortunately. And to be honest, now I would give you the plot synopsis, but to be frank with you, I have no fucking idea what the movie's plot is, and I can't even pinpoint it. Like, the movie was so confusing that it was hard to keep up with it. And that's not a good thing when you're watching a dumb, fun action Steven Seagal movie, because the plot is, like, ever-changing, I guess? Like, it's really confusing. And so, like, the movie begins with this guy being interrogated by these, like, evil British guys in Warsaw, Poland. And they're, like, interrogating him. It's like, where's the package? Where's the package? And it's like, so they're, like, asking this guy where the package is. And then they're like, we need to get the best of the best to find this package. So they shoot that guy after he gives them the information. So they're the big bad guys, obviously. And then they call Steven Seagal, and then, I think his name was Scarface. I think they didn't say his name at all in the movie, but they said maybe I missed it. But his name was Scarface, because he had a little scar on his lip right here. And, he's, like, the villain, I guess. There's, like, 5 villains in this movie, to be honest. There's, like, so, basically, they call Steven Seagal and this guy, and, by the way, every scene that Scarface is in, he's smoking a cigarette. Every single scene. And it's not like it's like a full cigarette, every single scene. And it's, like, lung cancer. But anyway, they go to this house where this old woman is living, and then these two guys have their tongues cut out so they can't give them information. They give Steven the package, and then this random guy with a shotgun wearing a brown leather jacket, like not leather jacket, like a brown trench coat, he bursts through the door and just fucking murders the two guys with no tongues who gave him the package, and then he dies. And then that guy was associated with them, but then these guys wearing black coats and balaclavas start attacking. So it's like, why didn't that guy have a black balaclava and a black jacket? Was he, like, team leader or something? Like, I don't understand. And then after the big shootout, they leave this old woman in front of her burning house after it fucking explodes. And then they get in a car. There's no car. How the guys got there, they walked there. The guys who broke in have no vehicle, no truck. They fucking walked there. I'm presuming these guys walked from their base all the way to this house, which is in the middle of nowhere next to a forest. So, nice to get your cardio going. Yeah, then a bunch of shit happens. Steven gets in a lot of gunfights with people. Then it's like... So, a bunch of shit happens, not really very notable. And then at one point, so a notable part is that there's this woman, I think her name was Meredith, and he's, like, calling her, and he calls himself Mr. Weber, and he tells her that he has the package. I have the package. And he's like, I'm gonna give you the package. And then he hires a guy that doesn't look like him, who pretends to be him, to give her the fake package. It doesn't have anything in it. It's a fake. And he goes in, and he gives Steven money, or whatever, the envelope that she gave to the fake guy. And then even though that guy wasn't actually Steven, they know what Steven looks like, and they ambush him in his apartment. Sure. And then this crazy British dude, fucking crazy. Like, there's super big close-ups of him, and he's like, He's like always showing his teeth whenever he's talking. He's like he's growl talking too, like, and he's like interrogating Steven, like choking him with a with a rope, and he's like, he tells him the definition of asphyxiation. Yeah, I think that's what it was. He tells him the definition of asphyxiation as he's choking him with a rope. And then all this stuff, he like Steven takes him to a locker where the package is, and then it's a little bomb, right? It's a bomb in the box. So Steven jumps out the window, and it's like, oh, maybe it'll just blow up the room. That tiny little bomb in the box blows up the entire fucking building, which, mind you, is like maybe, like, this is like normal grass floor, and it's like this long. The building is huge, and it has, like, it's 2 stories, and a little box with a bomb in it blows up the entire fucking building, unless the entire building was, like, fucking made out of dynamite, maybe. But Jesus. Oh my god. So, like, that's like a running theme throughout this movie, is that shit just blowing up for no reason. Like, they place maybe a little bomb, like a little C4, and the whole fucking thing explodes. Like, the whole building explodes, and it's like, it was. And then let me tell you about the 5 villains this movie has. So there is these 2 evil British guys at the beginning of the movie, right? Then there's the evil Scarface guy. He's like the main villain, I guess. Then there's Meredith's husband. Then there's this mercenary / like detective guy who was hired by another evil guy who we don't even see again near the end of the movie. So, like, they only kill, like, maybe 3 of these villains. So there's still 3 villains that they didn't kill. Like, it's, like, so, I don't get it. Like, the film was so hard to follow that you couldn't help but laugh at it. This movie exists because people want to see Steven Seagal in a movie. That's why. Like, the story doesn't matter. It's that Steven is being big good guy, stopping terrorists? I don't know. It's just so confusing. This is not the best Steven Seagal movie I've ever seen, to be honest. It's better than Against the Dark, though. I can, if that's some kind of achievement you can give it. But this movie is bad, which is quite obvious since it is a early 2000s Steven Seagal movie, and I haven't even gotten into the real shit yet. And ooh, I am afraid for when we get into the real shit. But this was still enjoyable. Like, you're laughing at it, which is, I think, a bonus, like, is a plus, is that you can at least laugh at something with this movie, which is not something you could have done with Against the Dark. So I'll give this movie that. I didn't care about anything, though. Like, I didn't care about any of the characters. When a character died, like, also, by the way, the Scarface guy, he died, like, 3 times in the movie. Like, so many fake-out deaths. Like, you think he's dead? No, he's not dead. You think he's dead? Nope. And then, at the ending of the movie, like, I don't even think he dies at all. Like, even if he does, it's really dumb. Like, he pulls a gun on Steven, and Steven, like, does his little slap fighting, like he always does in his movies, and then he grabs his arm and he breaks it, and then he just shoves him to the ground, and he's dead. You could have at least shot him. Like, he had a chance, too, in that fight scene. He had a chance, because he, like, pulled the gun on him. Like, he turned his hand to his head, and he could have shot him. I'm telling you, Steven, you don't need to break his arm. You could have killed him when you had a gun pointed at his brain, alright? I don't understand you, Steven. And also, there's a hilarious fight scene in this movie where he fights, like, an evil detective mercenary guy who just... Also, I feel like a lot of people in this movie go postal sometimes, just killing people. Not by... They just kill people because they feel like it. You know what I mean? Like, the crazy Scarface guy, like, he kills so many innocent people. And then near the end of the movie, he's like, maybe there's too many guys in that house. I can help you. You won't get in there alone. And he's like, okay, you can help me. It's like, Steven, he's obviously going to betray you. He's a maniac. Why are you trusting him? And he doesn't even trust him. So, and there wasn't even that many guys to begin with. There was like maybe 10 to 12 guys. So, Steven could have easily taken those guys. It's stupid. I don't get it. The whole movie's stupid. But the whole fucking movie's stupid. What is this channel? I'm talking about Steven Seagal, and he's just being Steven Seagal. Like, what is this channel anymore? What has my life come to? I just feel like, honestly, if you're looking for a Steven Seagal movie, if for some bizarre reason you're looking for a Steven Seagal movie, look for his older, like, 80s and early 90s, like, to mid-90s movies, because they're a lot more enjoyable than this, because at least the plot is a little followable in his movies in the 80s and 90s. So, if for some reason you're looking for a Steven Seagal movie, do not look for this one if that's what you're looking for. But anyway, I think I'd rate this. I'm going to do the 3 Steven Seagal ratings. So real movie rating, I've got to give it a 2 out of 10. So the reason I give it a 2 out of 10 is because you can watch it and you're not offended. You can watch it and it's inoffensive, but it's bland and it's not really very noteworthy. And 2, because it was actually filmed on location in Poland. I'll give it that. Not many very good qualities about it. And then my ironic enjoyment, I think this is going to be the best rating it's going to get, because it's not intentionally doing it, but it really depends on ironic enjoyment. If you're not watching this movie for ironic enjoyment, you might as well not be watching it at all. So, I'd give it like a 7 out of 10 on the ironic enjoyment scale, because you can enjoy it on that. What Steven Seagal rating, I've seen better. Like, I've seen much better Steven Seagal movies, and that's saying a lot. So I think I give this movie like a 5 or 4 out of 10, maybe like a 4 out of 10 on the Steven Seagal rating. So I'll do the recap. So normal rating 2 out of 10, ironic enjoyment 7 out of 10, and Steven Seagal 4 out of 10. Those are my ratings. And yeah, I think I've said my piece. And, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I've been Ronin Time HD. I hope you like this video, subscribe, turn those notifications on, share with friends, comment on how much you liked it. And, this has been Quick Quips with Steven Seagal. Signing off. Don't forget to come back next time. Watch another shitty Steven Seagal movie that will make me question my existence.